Why don't we have a relationship? Can we be friends? But I want you to know, I would have rejected her friendship.
When I married Kody, I didn't really even know Janelle that much. Like, at first I thought we were okay. Is that what that's what this is too? Oh, weird, it comes in.
Now it's a hat.
Oh, honey.
Since its premiere in 2010, TLC's reality series Sister Wives has attempted to provide audiences with a rare glimpse into the inner workings of a modern plural marriage. The Brown family, led by patriarch Kody Brown and his 4 wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, presented themselves as a unit determined to normalize and explain their lifestyle to a mainstream audience. Over the years, the show has evolved from documenting a family united under one roof, to chronicling separations, personal growth, and the unraveling of the plural structure that once defined their lives.
I've just felt
what began as an experiment in transparency has since shifted into a layered saga of faith, loyalty, heartbreak, and conflict. At the center of the latest chapter is Janelle Brown, the second wife to join the marriage, who has publicly confirmed her decision to divorce Kody. This announcement has already shaken the foundations of what remains of the Brown family. Yet, it was the shocking confrontation between Janelle and Robyn, Kody's 4th wife, that turned a personal decision into a headline-making incident. In this long-form report, we will examine the incident with neutrality, charting how tensions escalated to a breaking point, what this means for the family dynamic, and how audiences and commentators have responded. The early days of Sister Wives. When TLC introduced the Brown family in 2010, they were presented as a functioning, loving example of polygamy.
I know it's hard for her
Kody,
emotionally,
energetic and eager to defend his faith, was married to 3 women at the time, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. Robyn, the 4th wife, joined during the first season, bringing not only her presence but also a new legal dynamic when Kody divorced Mary in order to legally marry Robyn. For viewers, the show combined the novelty of multiple wives with relatable struggles, raising children, managing finances, and navigating disagreements. The Browns insisted their faith and family values kept them united. While early episodes emphasized harmony, small cracks were visible. Differences in personality, parenting styles, and expectations gradually began surfacing. Janelle stood out as pragmatic and career-oriented, often balancing family duties with outside employment. She was less openly emotional than Christine or Mary, and far less romantic in her relationship with Kody than Robyn. This difference in approach, while initially just a contrast in personality, later contributed to deeper conflicts. The shifts in family structure. As seasons progressed, audiences witnessed major changes. Christine became the first wife to formally announce her split from Kody in 2021, citing a lack of fulfillment in the relationship. Mary, long estranged from Kody, eventually acknowledged that their marriage had effectively ended.
I feel very unsteady.
This left Janelle and Robyn as the remaining wives still tied to Kody. Robyn, by then, had become Kody's only legal spouse and was often portrayed as his closest confidant. To many viewers, this shift seemed to alter the balance of power within the family. Robyn and her children appeared to occupy Kody's primary focus, while the other wives and their children often expressed feeling neglected. Janelle, meanwhile, continued to emphasize independence. She rented her own living space, supported her children, and frequently voiced frustration with Kody's choices. Still, she had not taken the definitive step of leaving until recently. The divorce announcement. In mid-2025, Janelle publicly confirmed her decision to divorce Kody. The announcement did not come entirely as a surprise to longtime viewers, who had witnessed years of disagreements between the two. However, it was still a landmark moment for the family and the series. Neutral reporting of the event highlights several key points. Janelle cited long-standing incompatibilities with Kody as a driving factor. She emphasized her desire for independence, both emotionally and financially. While critical of the lack of balance in the plural marriage, she did not direct all blame toward Robyn or Kody, instead framing it as her personal decision. Yet, despite her measured words, the announcement created immediate tension in the family. Robyn, who had long positioned herself as the wife most committed to holding the family together, took the news particularly hard. The confrontation with Robyn. According to accounts from sources close to the family and reports within the production environment, a confrontation took place between Janelle and Robyn shortly after the divorce announcement. The incident occurred during a private but filmed family discussion, which was reportedly focused on how the news should be presented to the children and extended family members. While details remain somewhat contested, neutral summaries describe the event as follows. Robyn, visibly emotional, confronted Janelle over the timing and manner of her announcement. She accused Janelle of further fracturing the family unit and leaving Robyn isolated with Kody. Janelle, already firm in her decision, defended herself by insisting she had the right to step away from an arrangement that no longer served her well-being. The argument escalated beyond words. Witnesses claim Janelle struck Robyn in the face during the exchange. Though shocking, it is important to emphasize neutrality in recounting the event. Robyn reportedly did not retaliate physically, and production staff quickly intervened to separate the two. The altercation has since become the subject of intense speculation, with some questioning whether it will be aired in future episodes or handled privately off-camera. Aftermath of the incident. The immediate aftermath involved both women retreating from the conversation. Janelle was described as shaken but unrepentant, standing by her decision to leave the marriage. Robyn, meanwhile, was reportedly distraught and demanded space. TLC, in keeping with its history of editing sensitive content, has not confirmed whether the footage will appear unedited in upcoming episodes.
We're still gonna be here like this.
What is certain is that the incident has been widely discussed online, with fans and commentators offering divided reactions. Christine, who had left Kody in 2021, spoke more openly. Having already established a new life in Utah, she remained somewhat detached from the drama. Still, she voiced support for Janelle's right to leave, echoing her own journey. However, she emphasized that physical violence was never a solution, suggesting the confrontation may overshadow the legitimacy of Janelle's decision. Children's reactions. The Brown children, numbering more than 18 across the plural family, have long been considered secondary but important figures in the narrative. Their reactions are varied, reflecting differences in age, location, and relationships with their parents.
I'm not 100% convinced
Janelle's
that Robyn
children,
believes.
many of Janelle's children reportedly supported their mother's decision. They had observed years of tension between their parents and often criticized Kody for neglect. However, they were divided on the altercation with Robyn. Some defended Janelle as acting under pressure, while others wished she had chosen restraint. Robyn's children, both from her previous marriage and from her union with Kody, reportedly felt shaken by the event. Having experienced instability in their earlier years, they were distressed to see further conflict within the household. The broader family, among the older children of Mary and Christine, there was a sense of inevitability about the divorce. Many had predicted Janelle's departure but were surprised by the physical confrontation. Media coverage. The incident quickly became a focal point for entertainment outlets, social media commentary, and fan discussions. Mainstream media, outlets such as People, Us Weekly, and Entertainment Tonight covered the divorce announcement and the reported confrontation. They emphasized the shocking nature of the physical altercation, often framing it as unprecedented in the history of the show. Reality TV blogs, dedicated sites that follow sister wives provided more detailed breakdowns, comparing the incident with earlier conflicts and speculating on whether TLC would air the footage. Social media reaction. Platforms such as Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit exploded with commentary. Hashtags like #TeamJanelle and #JusticeForRobyn trended briefly, reflecting the polarized reactions among fans. Neutral analysis shows that while some celebrated Janelle's independence, others criticized her actions as damaging to her credibility. The role of TLC. TLC, as the network responsible for broadcasting Sister Wives, faces a delicate challenge. The show's value lies in its access to real family drama, yet it must balance authenticity with responsibility. Industry insiders suggest several possible approaches. Full transparency, airing the footage unedited, thereby allowing viewers to judge for themselves. Partial editing, showing the argument but not the physical moment, in order to preserve dignity while acknowledging the tension. Complete omission, choosing not to air the confrontation at all, framing the divorce announcement as the central storyline instead. Each choice carries risks. Transparency might draw criticism for exploiting real violence, while omission could fuel accusations of censorship or selective storytelling. Fan and expert commentary. Neutral coverage also includes the voices of analysts and experts. Sociologists. Some experts note that the Browns' public unraveling highlights the challenges of plural marriage in modern contexts, where legal, emotional, and social pressures collide. Family therapists. Specialists in family dynamics suggest the incident demonstrates how unresolved grievances can manifest explosively when communication fails. Fans. Longtime viewers remain divided. For some, Janelle is a sympathetic figure who finally acted against years of perceived injustice. For others, her physical action undermined her moral authority. Broader implications. The confrontation has implications far beyond a single family. For reality TV, it raises questions about the limits of what should be shown. Is physical conflict entertainment, or does it cross a line? For polygamy narratives, the Browns once positioned themselves as advocates for plural marriage. The unraveling of their structure, now punctuated by violence, complicates that message. For gender roles, the incident underscores the ways women in plural marriages navigate power imbalances, expectations, and emotional labor. Neutral analysis of these reactions shows that fan engagement is not merely emotional. Many viewers use the incident as a lens to examine broader societal and gender dynamics within plural marriages. Media commentary. Entertainment outlets continue to cover the story, with varied perspectives. Objective reporting. Outlets like Entertainment Tonight and Us Weekly have reported the event factually, highlighting both the divorce and confrontation without judgment. Opinion pieces. Other publications explore moral or ethical angles, debating whether Janelle's actions undermine her credibility or whether Robyn's position as the favored wife contributed to tensions. Overall, public sentiment is split, and this division mirrors the long-standing debates around the Browns and their lifestyle. Impact on the Sister Wives brand. Sister Wives, as a reality television franchise, has been defined by its focus on plural marriage, family cohesion, and faith-based dynamics. However, the recent events raise significant questions about the brand's future. Brand stability. Viewer retention. While drama often boosts ratings, physical altercations carry reputational risk. Networks may have to balance sensationalism with ethical storytelling. Narrative shift. Originally, the series highlighted the functional aspects of plural marriage. Now, the narrative is shifting toward conflict and separation, changing audience perception. Merchandising and media deals. With multiple spin-offs and media appearances, the Browns brand has commercial implications. Negative publicity could impact partnerships and media opportunities. Societal and academic perspectives. Experts in sociology, family therapy, and religious studies have provided neutral analyses of the unfolding events. Sociological analysis. Plural marriage challenges. Sociologists point to the inherent difficulties of maintaining multiple legal or spiritual unions simultaneously, especially under public scrutiny. Power dynamics. Observers note that Robyn's legal status and close alignment with Kody created perceived imbalances, which likely contributed to the confrontation. Conflict resolution. The incident exemplifies the strain of unresolved grievances escalating into public and physical conflict. Family therapy insights. Communication breakdown. Family therapists highlight that years of unaddressed tension, lack of boundary setting, and emotional neglect can culminate in explosive incidents. Emotional impact on children. Experts stress the importance of shielding children from publicized conflict, noting potential long-term psychological effects. Healthy separation. Janelle's decision to leave, when done respectfully and safely, is considered a valid approach to self-preservation, despite the unfortunate physical incident. Religious context. Faith and polygamy. Scholars note that the Browns' LDS-inspired plural marriage is less common today, and navigating modern societal norms adds complexity. Moral interpretations. Some faith-based commentators emphasize forgiveness and reconciliation, while others acknowledge the need for personal boundaries within religiously sanctioned relationships. Long-term family implications. The confrontation and divorce have far-reaching implications for the Brown family dynamic. Structural changes. Janelle's departure formally reduces the plural structure, leaving Kody and Robyn as the central partnership. Sibling relationships. The children, especially those closely bonded across households, may face adjustments in living arrangements and family interaction. Public perception. Longtime fans may reevaluate their support for the Browns, with potential shifts in audience demographics and engagement levels. Future storylines. For TLC, the unfolding events provide both challenges and opportunities for storytelling, with episodes likely to focus on coping, adaptation, and evolving relationships. Neutral examination of the confrontation. Analyzing the confrontation itself, neutral reporting focuses on observable facts. Cause: escalation of a verbal disagreement about Janelle's divorce announcement. Action: Janelle struck Robyn during the exchange. Immediate aftermath: family members intervened. Robyn was unharmed physically but emotionally affected. Janelle remained firm in her decision. This analysis avoids assigning moral judgment, instead documenting the sequence and impact of events, providing context for viewers and researchers alike. Viewer takeaways. From a neutral perspective, there are several key takeaways for audiences. Divorce decision. Janelle's choice reflects personal autonomy and long-term dissatisfaction in the marriage. Conflict management. The incident demonstrates the challenges of managing interpersonal conflict within high-stress, highly publicized environments. Family dynamics. The Browns continue to evolve, with shifts in roles, responsibilities, and relational hierarchies. Media scrutiny. Public reaction amplifies internal family conflicts, highlighting the intersection of reality television and real-life consequences. Balanced reporting. Some reports emphasized both Janelle's rationale for leaving and Robyn's perspective, striving to maintain neutrality. Editorial bias. Opinion pieces frequently reflect pre-existing fan divides, interpreting actions according to personal values rather than objective facts. Comparative media study. Examining coverage over the past decade shows a shift. Early seasons highlighted family collaboration, faith, and plural marriage advocacy. Recent years increasingly focus on conflict, separation, and emotional struggle. The 2025 confrontation represents the most publicized physical incident, illustrating how media attention escalates in response to new developments. Psychological and sociological implications. Viewer psychology. Social media discussions reveal the phenomenon of parasocial engagement, where viewers develop perceived personal relationships with public figures. Fans interpret actions and assign moral judgments, sometimes projecting personal experiences onto the Browns. The confrontation triggered polarized responses, reflecting broader societal attitudes toward marriage, gender, and family hierarchy. Family dynamics theory. Experts highlight the strain of triadic and quadratic relationships, where competition for attention and authority can create chronic tension. Janelle's actions can be interpreted as a coping mechanism after prolonged emotional neglect, consistent with conflict resolution theory. Robyn's response, emphasizing calm and preservation of the family unit, aligns with social role expectations in plural families. Long-term sociological significance. The incident underscores challenges faced by plural households in modern society, particularly when public scrutiny amplifies internal conflict. It also demonstrates how reality television transforms private conflict into cultural discussion, shaping public perception of unconventional family structures. Public discourse and expert commentary. Experts from various fields have weighed in neutrally. Family therapists, emphasize the importance of structured separation and conflict management strategies. Sociologists note that plural marriage often exposes relational hierarchies that, if unaddressed, can manifest in confrontations. Media analysts highlight the role of television networks in shaping the narrative, observing that sensationalism often overshadows deeper issues. Emerging themes from the confrontation. From neutral reporting and analysis, several themes emerge. Autonomy versus obligation. Janelle's pursuit of independence conflicts with the expectation of collective family loyalty. Visibility of private conflict. Public scrutiny magnifies interpersonal tensions, often reducing complex situations to simplified narratives. Gender dynamics. Roles within plural marriages influence both perceived authority and behavioral responses, particularly when legal and emotional statuses differ. Long-term impact. Both immediate and residual effects of conflict shape family cohesion, child adjustment, and public perception. Conclusion for Part 4. Part 4 situates Janelle's divorce and the confrontation with Robyn within historical, sociological, and media contexts. By examining past conflicts, insider perspectives, and public reactions, a nuanced understanding emerges. The incident is both a personal family matter and a cultural event.